Team. Hi everyone. So sorry for the delay. We were having a little bit of tech issues. But we are back. We are good to go. How are we doing, team?
Awesome.
Amazing. All right. Well, with that, let's just jump right into it because we got a lot of D&D to get to with a lot of delay we have to make up for. So, Tal, would you mind giving us a little recap of what happened last week, please?
Yeah, so we started in those nasty caves. We have the red dragon scale, and we got a journal off of Spearneck's body that confirmed our suspicions that the plan was to gift this dragon scale to another dragon to get help with their creepy plans. We met Auntie Gloam, who is now with us and part of our lovely group. And we returned to Flan and the library, and got the information that there were three books that were stolen from around the city recently. And so then we went, presumably by the like companion to Spearneck. And so we went and talked to those three people. So we talked to Martin Faust, who was a middle-aged dwarf at this like sword fighting place. Ajan Lamerick, who turned out to be pretending to be a noble, and Aya Glenmarn, who was a magical, I believe she was an elf, or half elf. And we learned all about the books that were stolen.
Amazing. Yeah. So after learning about the books you had that had been stolen, you all decided to reconvene back at your de facto home base, the Laughing Goblin, where you met with the bartender and the server, and you all met up with each other, kind of rehashed what's been going on. And my recollection is that you all decided that it was about time to kind of go report your findings, maybe back to the back at the library, really start making your way around, continue looking for other clues. So yeah, what do we do? What do we do as we reconvene back at the tavern, at the tail end? You finished paying your tab. What are we up to?
I believe one other element was that we were considering trying to find this Vallejo Keep, where Tyrannothraxus had been defeated and then gone to hide in the Pool of Radiance. I think that was part of our plan.
That's right. Yes. So you also recall that the Pool of Radiance was something that you think maybe all of these books had in common. Talking about the Pool of Radiance, its significance, how it functions, and so you think that the Cult of the Dragon might be attempting to gather all this information to try to find this pool and use it to their advantage somehow. So what do we do after making that connection?
To be honest with you all, I really want whatever's in that pool, but I understand you all had some contractual obligations before making my acquaintance in the woods, so if you need to go report back to that doddering old man at the library, we can do that first.
Yeah, but now that we're learning more about it, I feel like we may be unwittingly doing his bit. Like, who is this old man that has these books with all this information? Like, what? He seems to have all of the chess pieces that connect all the little things, but we're just gonna do all the work for him? I don't know.
Hey, listen, you don't gotta tell me twice. If we want to just head straight for that pool and see what's going on down there, I mean, I'm down.
I might eat my words on this, but I don't see the harm in just checking it out.
Right. I can't remember from last session if we already knew where the keep was, right? It was like on the northwest side of the city.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, there's no harm in sort of poking around, seeing if anything jumps out.
Cool. All right. You pack up your gear. You finish paying your tab. You say goodbye to the barkeep and the server who have been very welcoming to you the last couple days. And you make your way back outside. You continue walking through the streets for a number of minutes. The streets are incredibly crowded today. It's about midday at this point. Streets are crowded. Sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. You're walking down the streets, and before long, you get the impression that someone is following you. What do you do in response to that? You haven't looked back yet.
Can I roll like a perception to
Go for it.
see
Yeah,
if-
roll me a perception, please.
um, 23.
23. Okay, with a 23, you are walking forward, and Bug, you take a look at one of the windows in a shop that's nearby, and you can see a reflection behind you. And you can see in the reflection what appears to be a little human boy who is trailing you all. Maybe trying a little too hard to keep his identity hidden from you, trying to keep you all from noticing that he's following. But you know that he's behind you. You can see that he's trying to continue to keep his presence a secret, at least for the time being. What do you do in response to finding this out?
Do I recognize him, or like, is there anything about him that would signify to me who this might be?
Absolutely not. You do not recognize this kid at all.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an interesting development, but I don't know if we need to take action immediately. I could send Mavis to just kind of circle behind him and keep an eye out while we move forward into the city. You know, it's probably just a common little pickpocket or something.
I don't know. We've been dealing with a lot of creepy magical stuff these days. I don't know if I want to take any chances.
Oh, well, you know, I thought you all were grouped to work a little more subtly, but I could do dramatic, and I'll just turn and point behind me and use prestidigitation's effect to create a harmless sensory effect, like a loud noise. So I'm just gonna make like the sound of a huge firework going off right behind this kid.
This massive poof echoes through the shopping district, bouncing off the walls. The crowds kind of dissipate a little bit after screaming a little bit, and you can see that this little boy is totally startled. And he hides behind a couple barrels that are set up next to one of the shops, and he kind of peeks his head over the top to look at you, and he puts his head back down, hoping that you didn't see him.
I'm looking right at him.
He looks back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to him and sort of like grab his shirt and like pull him to stand up and go, "All right, what's the deal, kid?"
Oh, okay. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I just wanted to make sure that you were, I don't know who I thought you were. That seems like you are. They didn't say you were going to be quite as mean though, but I think I got who I'm looking for.
Who's they?
Ooh, wow. Just going straight for the jugular, huh? Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You're who I'm looking for. So I'm actually with the Welcomers. You heard of them? Give me a history check, all three of you.
Like, have I?
Are the Welcomers small humanoid creatures that live in the walls?